Welcome to SiachenX File. During the last week of year 2020, the Islamic militant captured an army base in Borno, Nigeria, and massacred hundreds of civilians in the nearby town. This satellite image shows the aftermath of the violence. It was part of a string escalating attacks by Boko Haram, the same group that kidnapped more than 270 high school students on 14 April 2014 and killed all the 1,000 boys because they were studying in a Western school. Boko Haram, which means against the Western thought, was founded in 2001 but became more violent starting in 2009. In the past few years, the attacks have grown increasingly frequent and brutal, threatening to destabilize the Africa's most populous country. Boko Haram wants to replace the Nigeria's democratic government with an extremist Islamic theocracy. Still, because they operate out of the northeastern states, most of the victims have been the poorer Muslim communities which live there. The Nigeria's population is split between the Christians mostly in the south and the Muslims mostly in the north. This type of sectarian divide dates back to the British colonial rule, when distinct ethno-linguistic societies were stitched together to form the current Nigeria's border. Poverty, health, and literacy are worse in the north than compared to south, and the violence only contributes to the marginalization of the region. The northern Nigeria suffers from poor governance, higher employment, and low school attendance. This all was said by the Boko Haram, as Boko Haram do not want the development to reach in the north, and the government security forces have alienated much of the north by at times doing nothing to stop the attacks by the Islamic militants. The government's inability to contain Boko Haram is a bedrock issue in the Nigerian national election. In the meantime, the neighboring countries agreed to send forces to battle with the Boko Haram, which now controls most of the state of Borno in Nigeria and has declared it as a caliphate there. And because of the Western nation, especially the United States, which uses the issue of Boko Haram for their own local political agenda, which indeed gives Boko Haram the fame and the recognition in the global platform. And this fame encourages the Boko Haram to attack more on the Nigerian people, thus making the Nigerian government weaker and weaker by each cycle of attack. And the global funding for the Boko Haram, which is making the Islamic militant in the northeast much more powerful than the central government of the Nigeria. But ultimately, it will take much more than the military forces to make Nigeria inhospitable to terrorism, and which world is not ready to invest to stop the suffering of Nigeria. And we will keep on seeing more attacks by Boko Haram every year, and there is no end to this violence in Nigeria.